Welcome everybody to the revival of a series that I did a long time ago and I didn't quite go as far into it as I wanted to, Mad Games Tycoon. We're going to start up a new series on this. It's going to be very similar to Game Dev Tycoon, games like that, except for it's a little more in depth and I'm going to play it on legendary difficulty. So, um, I'm going to name my guy Mr. Bull. We're going to jump in, just go and start creating it. I am going to try and do this as best to my ability, like a tutorial of the game, but it's going to be hard. I will say that now. We're going to be TRIKING Legends. I like it. TRIKING Legends. And our logo is going to be... I had it picked out. There we go. I will not lie to you guys. This is probably what, the third time? Yeah, third time I tried this. So I decided we're going to go with ASCII text support and arcade. Those aren't the most important things, but they're fairly important. So we're going to put speed up to half. Programming is going to get the rest of the points. Those are going to be relatively important. I do want to say that the other times I tried this, I just got my ass kicked repeatedly. So we're going to go into standard, I think, speed, start in the 80s. We're going to go legendary difficulty. I'm going to try my best to make this kind of a tutorial on legendary difficulty. However, I have to point out that there's going to be a lot of off-screen grinding in the game, and it's going to be extremely challenging. So the series is going to go until either I go bankrupt, which is very likely, or hopefully it'll go until my company is like the #1 multi-billion-dollar company type of deal. That's the goal, but it's not guaranteed that that's going to happen. So we're going to start out by building a 3x3 office here. We're going to place our door. We're going to go ahead and get the highest level desk, although you can see that that's going to leave us with very little money in our bank account. We're going to have 420. So the very first thing we want to do when we get in here is to put our character in the office, and we're going to take all of these contracts that are in here. In fact, I think I can, after this one, I think I can set them up to just automatically work the contracts. So that's one thing that we're going to want to do for a little while. Eventually they'll get to where we're going to have to pick and choose, but the thing is, our goal right now is to develop our very first game. And in order to do that, we need like $40,000 or so. And it's going to take us a while to get there without just taking out a loan, but taking out loans increases our how much we have to pay back. So each month we have to like pay interest on it every single month. So we don't want to do that just yet. We want to just kind of grind through this as relatively slowly. We're going to go into full speed, but we're going to want to just kind of grind through all of these contracts as best we can, yeah, without failing, hopefully. So we're going to just go ahead and work all of them for the time being to build up that money. And as you saw, I did select automatically working them. So we are building up some money. There we go. That's all the contracts that are available at the moment. And as I said, our goal is to build an engine. It's going to take us a while to get there, but that's our goal. So at the moment, we need 28,000 just to do the standard, plus another 5,000 for the game that we want. So, well, for the platform we want. There's 6,000 there. I'm going to turn off the automatic one, but because we only have one. Now these are going to start coming in extremely slowly. It could easily be the year 2000 or later before we're able to start producing games, possibly even before we're able to hire people. But our goal at the moment is to just get one game out the door, which hopefully we'll have some more contracts. If we start raising our reputation here, though, that's going to help us out a lot as well, because we're going to start getting some more high dollar contracts. We're going to start getting more like contracts more often. I got to a point, one point where every month I was getting 4 or 5 contracts in the last time I played. But I made the mistake of taking out loans. You never want to take out loans in real life or in this game. Okay, so we have that done. I don't think we have enough quite yet. Let's see. Um, we're just going to give it a random name, Mooncraft. We're going to make it for a teenager. Let's do like Assassins. I don't think we're going to be able to make it, so we're not going to go through all the way. Arcade without an engine. So once we add that on, it's going to be 33,000. Okay, yeah. 33,000. So we're going to have to wait through another month, and hopefully we'll get a contract that will bump us up over that 33,000. Because once we can make one game, we unlock the research facility, which we're going to need more money to furnish and do stuff with the research facility. And then we will be able to research one feature and then release our first engine. And that's the goal. Once we have the engine on the market, we have a chance of making money each month. But do you want to keep the engine up to date as best as you possibly can? But you're not really going to keep it up to date in this mode anyway, at least for quite some time, unless you get lucky and have someone that uses your engine, makes a crap ton of money off of it. You're just going to be out of luck. Okay, so we're in going on week 4 of month 7. So as you can tell, we're already almost done with the first year. We're getting pretty close. There's features coming out left and right, but we can't research any of them. So really the goal is to kind of stay afloat while just researching things and doing contracts. And as far as I could find, I never quite got ahead. I just kept doing that and trying to stay afloat over and over again, and just ended up in this vicious cycle where I could not find a way to get ahead. But hopefully we will without going under. That's why one reason you want to wait and hold off to hire new employees is because you just don't have the money to do it. Okay, now we have enough money to release our first game. What topic do we want? I think Assassins are going to be cool. Or actually, arcadey. Well, let's do a horror arcade game, and we're going to call it Residents of Evil. Yeah, it's going to be like about a hotel. And we'll do it for an adult audience because every other time I've done this, I've done a teenager one, and it just never works out terribly well. So we're going to be, yeah, that should be good there. Without an engine, next. And then we want to use it for the PC. And I'm not going to lie, I do have some notes to my side from the many times I've played this game in the past anyway. That's going to help me gauge some of these early on because you just don't really get much. Like, I've never turned a profit basically out of these, even how like happening. Even when I've maxed out my potential, I've never turned a profit. So I am going to use my notes a little bit, but they're not going to help me out much. They're just going to make it a little easier to design the games. So let's put these down to 20 and then put that up to 40 because graphics are important and my skill in graphics is not terribly high. So let's do this. ASCII text support, PC speaker sound, check mark. Now we're basically out of money again, but that we'll be able to hold off, and hopefully by the time we get this released, we'll have some contracts coming in so we can make some money. And we will earn some of the money back that we put into making this game. Maybe, possibly, and hopefully we'll turn a profit, but I highly doubt it. I've never seen that happen in this mode. Okay, so everything looks good. Let's find a publisher. It looks like it's going to be a decent game because we do have some options, but not many. We're going to go with Kimco because they're arcade-based fans. Alright. The first game's completed. You can now build the research area. That's good to know. And 28, 29, 30%. Not too bad, actually. That's pretty good for a first game. 31%, actually. But nothing special showed up, so we are selling a few copies, but not many at all. How much do we need to make the research center? See, we need another 15,000 to create the research center. So we're going to take some contracts and hopefully win back some of this money so we can at least get the research center up and running. So we just need a little bit more so we can put the room down and then we'll just move our desk back and forth for a little while until we can make the money to get a decent desk. So we got the worst game of the year. That's good. We lost $27,000 in the production of said game, but that's how this mode works. It hurts. I don't know. I was looking around on forums trying to find people who succeeded, but I haven't been able to find really much on the game in general since the new release. That one's 13,000. That's good. So I haven't been able to find much on the game since the full release came out, but hopefully we'll be able to do this. As I said, the series will just go until I fail, and I'm going to actually keep pushing through with it instead of just, I mean, there's only so many times I can go back and redo things over and over again before I'm like, hey, maybe I should just release it and possibly maybe get feedback. Maybe there's someone else out there that's having the same problems I am. So we need 10,000 so we can get one of these. We're going to go with 4-color support first probably, and then just release a engine shortly after that. Okay, so we'll get this contract. Hopefully we'll succeed at it. Yeah, it looks like we will. We got that going. And we're going to just alternate between research and contracts as best as we can. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one as well. And let's research 4-color support. And like I said, we'll just move our desk back and forth. That's for a moment. Or actually, we have the money after we do this to get the new desk, don't we? Okay. There we go. Desk. We're going to go and put this one in here because it does help with the timing on things. I'm going to be spoiled and have 2 desks to work at. So we're going to do this. When a contract comes in, we're going to jump over and we're going to take the contract. But we're just going to get our first engine out. All we're going to put in it is the 4-color support. We're going to price it extremely low. And then we're also going to ask for a very, very low market share. I wonder if that's going to help us get some more sales on it. But at the moment, there's only 1 engine out there. So we will have all the features it has. Let's look at that one, 6,000. We could use that because we're going to need some money for us to make that engine. So we are going to go on the lower totem pole in terms of cost, and the money we'll get back for stuff with our engine, and hopefully that'll inspire people to buy it. Okay, another engine did just come out. What's the... Okay, it's got all the features that are available at the moment, and we're not going to be able to do that. But hey, we got that researched. Boom. Let's go over here. How much is it going to cost us to develop our new engine? 8,000, and then if I add... Okay, so we're going to need 28,000 before we can create an engine. That's good to know. Yep. Hopefully a contract comes in. If a contract comes in, then we should be good. Yes. 11,000, that's not going to be quite enough. Okay. Actually, we'll go ahead and develop our engine, and then we'll just add features onto it as we get the money to. How's that idea? I like that idea. Oh, it's actually week 4, so we're not too far out from being able to afford adding in 4-color support right off the bat. So let's go ahead and do this. There we go, and our reputation is slowly increasing. Okay, so this is going to take just about all our money. Let's call this the corner. Yeah, that's how you spell corner, right? We'll see. Someone might tell me. Cornerstone 1.0. That's got to be right, right? Right? Maybe. Maybe. What? I don't know. I feel like it's wrong. I've never had a problem spelling it before. Corner. Okay, I guess that is right. Maybe. If not, it popped up with multiple it popped up with multiple jewelry stores called Cornerstone, so hey, why not? Okay, so we added in all our features. That'll give us 3 features. Let's do the cost at 1,000, and we're going to lower our profit sharing to 5%. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. We're going to be quite a bit cheaper than all these other engines. Look at this. 10,000 with 20%, 12,000, 22%. We're charging 1,000 for 20%. So that's hopefully going to do us some justice. Hopefully being the key word. The research is going to take us a little while, and that's basically what we're going to do. We're just going to hope that the market picks up and takes some of our stuff and keeps recruiting us, because the more we can sell our engine, the more we can possibly start developing new games, or hopefully possibly start hiring in some people and having some higher level contract work without all the debt that I had in the last time I tried this. Okay, so that gave us some money. We don't have enough money to research anything though. But let's look at the charts real quick. I want to go to my engine, make sure I'm selling it. Yes. So we haven't made any money off of it, but our profit sharing is so low that hopefully that's going to get people's attention. They're going to want it. Okay, let's go ahead and do this little thingy. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to research, I think sprites, yes. Because sprites won't take long at all to research. And then we're also going to take this one here for 5,000. Jump on that. And we're just going to keep bouncing back and forth like this, grinding it out until we actually start having some money coming in. Hopefully we'll have someone get our engine soon though. That is a massive goal of ours. So if someone takes our engine and wants to use it, then we'll be sitting pretty. Okay, because at the moment it doesn't look like, yes, no one's bought a license, which I think the what it's made for does play into it too a little bit. So, but I'm not sure. Let's improve it. Let's put, okay, so it's going to be 10,000 for that. We're going to call it the Cornerstone 1.1. We're going to keep everything the same for now on that, and hopefully, just hopefully, we'll be able to entice people to come to it, to come use our engine, because we're going to now be better than the worst engine. What are these optimized for now that I think about it? Arcade. Okay, so the best one's arcade, but it's so much more expensive than ours that hopefully that'll get people's attention. Okay, so build marketing department's now unlocked. Oh, still working on that. I thought I was done with it. Okay, let's do this one here. So we've now released the Cornerstone 1.1. Hopefully people are going to be interested in that. We're out of money though, so we cannot research at the moment, which kind of sucks because that stuff does increase skills, vital skills to our operation. So we're just going to kind of sit pretty until month 3, and hopefully we'll get a contract in because they refresh at the beginning of every month. Yes, there is a contract. 14,000, we'll take it. We need that. I did get to a point where I was having contracts for like $50,000 to $100,000, and I did not have any employees helping me with them, and I was actually able to complete a lot of them. So that's why that reputation matters, is you just got to keep that going. You got to keep grinding out the reputation. We're going to do speaker music, and we're just going to go up in price with them because they're expensive. But it's just going to be a lot of grinding in between episodes. I might just grind back and forth for a little while since it's not going to be terribly productive until hopefully we get some money rolling in from people using our engine. But we're just going to keep adding in everything as we get it. That one's almost 20,000. So hopefully we can complete it. Come on. That's going to be a lot of money for us. And then once we finish speaker music, we'll put it in there as well. We'll just add them, increase our engine one feature at a time. Okay. There's more coming out. There's new contract work. That's another 7,000. Okay. But we have quite a bit of time to do that. Not going to participate in anything. We don't have the money. We don't have games coming out, so there's no point in us having fans. Because most of the people that's going to be interested in us at the moment is the other companies for our engine. Okay, so now we're going to jump over here. Let's improve. I don't know if there's a point to improving it like this, but that's how we're doing it. So that's going to be the Cornerstone 1.2. We're going to keep it cheap. Let's actually put that at 0. And then just put this at 10. We're going to make it free. We're going to be the Unity of Mad Games Tycoon. So it's completely free for them to get it. I thought. Maybe I didn't change that. Oh, it'll change when I release it. So it'll be completely free for them to get our engine, and then it'll just cost them 10% of the profits they have to pay us off. So hopefully that'll get people wanting to get it. Hopefully. Okay, so we do have 5 features in ours, right? And so we're almost comparing to the other arcade engine. We're slightly worse, but at the same time we're cheaper, so in my opinion that's more of a reason to go with it. Okay, we do have $33,000 now too. So $15,000 for scrolling. Let's go ahead and start researching scrolling. As I said, it's a grinding game, but you can tell that we're slowly starting to return profits, which is good. Not much, but we haven't done anything other than contract work for profits yet. But we're just going to keep grinding it out. We're going to finish scrolling, and we're going to put that in the game, and I think I'll call it an episode at that point. But I am, as I said, just trying to do this very similar to a tutorial version, because I haven't seen anyone do a tutorial on legendary difficulty, really. I was trying to look one up to try and figure out how to do it, but I just couldn't find one anywhere. Alright, so we're going to do this. This is going to be some good money coming in. There we go, up to almost $40,000. And then we're going to finish up scrolling, which hopefully won't take too long. And there we go. Now let's go to our engine. Improve. We're going to make this the 1.3 because it doesn't really cost anything extra other than what the feature costs to put it in. And so in my opinion, it's good to just constantly be doing that, because why not? If it's not costing you anything other than what it would to put it into a new engine when you make it anyway, I don't see the problem with upgrading it one piece at a time, as Johnny Cash once said. But we still haven't sold any licenses, but at the same time, a lot of companies are still small enough to where they're doing a lot of things that are no engine, because that is kind of how this works. There's an $8,000 one. And let's look at the new features. Our next cheapest feature is just barely what we can afford. So now we're broke again. And that's really how this mode works in this game. So let's start the research on that. And I want to thank you guys for joining me today. If this is something you find interesting or valuable, or you plan on playing this game yourself and see what you have in store, hopefully I can show you some of what the game would be like even outside of legendary difficulty. It's not nearly as grindy. Hard can be that way too, but medium tends to be pretty easy. Like, not easy, it's still a challenge, but at the same time you can constantly make games. This mode, you really just have to wait until your company starts lifting from the ground before you start making games. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All the buttons you need to do so are right below this video. And be sure to join us on the next one because I'm going to be signing out.